Assalamualaikum everyone and doctor. So for the purpose of our activity is to enhance their L2 vocabulary comprehension by utilizing L1 descriptions in order to learn new words in L2. So for this activity, it's basically an adaptation from a classic game of bingo game. And for this activity, we've chosen a theme which is science and technology, and the topic is robotics. We thought this would be a very interesting topic that the students haven't explored, so that's why we choose this topic. And for the main skill of this activity is listening, and the complementary skill would be reading.
So for the task, the students will have to listen to the L1 description from the teacher, and they have to find out which English word that is most correlates with the description. They have to cross out the word in the boxes of the bingo game table that have been provided by the teacher. Students will play the activity in pairs, and they will need to mark 4 horizontal or vertical lines from the words in the table to win the game. So this is the example of the bingo game table. We have made 3 bingo tables with different arrangement of the words. For example, for the first pair, the word robotics may be in the first row, and for the second pair, the word robotics may be in the 4th row. Next, these are some sample questions for the description in the L1 or Bahasa Melayu. The first description is seorang pakar dalam bidang sains, and the answer would be scientist. So, the students will have to cross out the boxes which contains the word scientist. And for the next description is mesin elektronik yang mampu menerima dan menyimpan data, and the answer would be computer. So, the students will have to cross out the box that contains the word computer. So, the activity will be proceeded until there is at least one pair that manage to cross out 4 boxes vertically or horizontally in lines.
Moving on to step 1, the teacher will play a short video on YouTube about robotics that is in English language for the students to watch. Step 2, while watching the video, the students will jot down the words that they do not understand from the video and find the meaning of those unfamiliar words. Step 3, the teacher will also help them by discussing about robotics and the words that they do not understand. This is related to the Vygotsky theory of learning, ZPD, which is scaffolding. The ZPD is stand for the zone of proximal development, which is defined as the space between what a learner can do without assistance and what a learner can do with adult guidance or in collaboration with more capable peers. Step 4, students will get one random bingo table in size 4x4 that will contain words in English that are related to the topic.
Next, moving on to step 5, teachers will give out descriptions of a word from the video using L1. Next, in step 6, students will have to discuss and find the word in the bingo table that most correlates with the teacher's descriptions in L1 and cross out the box in the table. This correlates with the socio-cultural theory, learning through interaction. In step 7, teachers need to clarify the answer for the description once every pair has crossed a box in the bingo table. And lastly, in step 8, students need to get 4 vertical or horizontal lines of the crossed box in the bingo table in order to win the game.
Okay, moving on to the rationale. I think we all realize by now that without L1 we cannot learn L2 whatsoever. Just imagine us in a classroom trying to teach our students to explain a word that they don't know at all. For example, contagious. If you say contagious, what is contagious? Contagious is a disease that easily spreads. You will only make your students more confused. It is impossible to use just L2 in the class for the students to understand what you're talking about. So it is easier for the students to easily grasp of the idea what you're trying to say by using L1. For example, contagious. What is it? Senang menjangkit. That's more easier for the students to understand. This is why we believe our activity is effective, because we heavily depend on L1 for the students to learn the L2. If we chose to use L2 as the main attraction of the activity, it will make the activity give more exposure of L2, not the input of what they should learn in the classroom. This is why transfer granting is good, because it lets the students to utilize what they already mastered, which is L1, to further their comprehension in L2. That's it for me. Thank you.